Welcome back, all my rockstars, to another episode here on PokeFind podcast. So sadly, we're not going to be reading any comments today because today's episode is purely about talking one specific subject. Yes, one specific subject. Now, what is that subject, you might be asking? Well, if you caught the last episode of PokeFind podcast, we talked about it for just a couple of minutes, and that is our 500 subscriber special, aka our Pokemon Nuzlocke SleepLocke that's going to be coming up. Yes. We're going to be our very first SleepLocke, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, if you guys don't know what a SleepLocke is, it's basically where you play a Pokemon game and you cannot stop. I cannot stop the live stream. I cannot stop playing. I have to play the game all the way through until I beat it, or until I've retried so many times that it doesn't really matter anymore. So there is no specific limit on it, but the goal is to not end the stream, or technically multiple streams, because there are stream time limit caps on YouTube, until you beat the game. So it makes it extremely difficult. So first of all, let's go ahead and talk about the rules that will follow and apply with this Nuzlocke SleepLocke. Obviously, like I've just said, that it doesn't end until we beat the game. That's a big no-brainer. That's the whole point of a SleepLocke, blah blah blah. But the rules will still apply just like any other Nuzlocke. The obvious ones: you have to name a Pokemon faint, it's dead, one Pokemon route per encounter. If you don't catch the encounter, you don't get the Pokemon. And I think that pretty much covers all the basic Nuzlocke's rules, because it's not like a Soul Link where you can't have more than one typing linked together. It's not a Wedlock where two Pokemons have to be linked together and you can only use one at a time with those set of Pokemon. It's not like, I guess, my personal Nuzlocke where you have a limit to your Pokemon until you reach certain gyms. You don't have an item limit, you don't have a potion limit, you don't have to heal within only Pokemon centers, you can leave gyms and whatnot. So those are all regular rules for Nuzlocke, those don't apply. So what we're going to go ahead and talk about is when it's going to take place, when it's going to actually happen, versus when the subscriber count hits 500, and what game we're going to be playing. So let's go ahead and start off with what game we're playing. Now, considering that this is my first Nuzlocke SleepLocke, and this is the first official SleepLocke that I'm doing, I'm going to stick it to a game that I know quite best, probably more than any other game outside of Pokemon Emerald. That's because the two I main played would be Pokemon Emerald and Pokemon Fire Red. So the Nuzlocke will be taking over the Pokemon Fire Red gameplay. So I want to talk about a few things to go along with this. So since we're doing Fire Red, because I know it the best in being the first SleepLocke, it's going to be a little bit weird. So any of you guys come join and watch, please do. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and a big special for everyone who subscribed to the channel so far. But it's going to be a little bit weird and probably a little slow at first. Now, I've done everything that I could to absolutely prep for this. The reason that things are going to be weird and awkward and slow at first, or what you might think, is mainly editing the layout. I've never had to do editing layouts live. I've never done anything like that. I have absolutely no knowledge on what to do with that absolutely at all. I could probably hit up one of my buddies, but a lot of them are extremely busy right now, so I don't want to bother them. So I'm going to do all the research that I can and all the preparations that I can for it. Now, I've already made the layout for the SleepLocke, and I've done everything that I can. I've prepped badges, images, I prepped death numbers, but sadly, I've only got death numbers up till 9, so if we die more than 9 times, I'm gonna have to come out with something creative to be able to figure it out. I've done everything I can to make the layout changes as seamless and flawless and fluid as possible, so we don't run into as many issues. But that doesn't change the fact that there's nothing I can get around to the fact what Pokemon we're going to have on the layout. Now, I'm still going to add the Pokemon to the layout. I'm not going to take them off just because it's live. I know eventually I will learn how to do it a lot easier and get better with it quickly, and have probably quick commands to do such things. But at the moment, I do not know how to do those things and everything. So it's probably going to be a bit weird at first, especially for any of you guys who haven't seen one of these. Especially, I would call myself a slightly less professional one, or a less professional one overall. Once again, that's all going to be a little bit weird, and we're going to have to figure out throughout the live stream. But I've done everything that I can to prep myself. I've got numbers and badges all in there and set in my OBS for my layout and everything. So I honestly just have to click a button or two and it will appear on my screen and on the layout, so things should be a lot easier for that way. So the only more difficult part will be the fact of adding and taking off Pokemon when they join or die off the squad. Outside of that, let's go ahead and talk about the time length. So YouTube has 12-hour length videos, or live streams technically, max on a live stream. So what's gonna happen with it is, so if a live stream doesn't, obviously we don't finish it before the first 12 hours, and we're genuinely not going to be using speed up for the most of it unless we just need to grind out some levels, we're gonna have to go into a part 2, which is no big deal. These are generally extremely long live streams and whatnot. So what happens is, once that live stream ends, obviously the live stream ends, no big deal, we'll launch up a brand new live stream with the same title and everything, but it will just be like, oh, part 2 of the SleepLocke and whatever. And that will continue exactly from where we are then. We'll launch it as soon as we finish the other one. Maybe we'll take, a quick, bathroom break or get a drink or whatever in between, just because they are going to be extremely long live streams. I'm going to try to eat and everything beforehand or in between the 2 live streams, so I don't have to eat in the middle of the live stream. But at the same time, if I get hungry and it's been 6 hours and I want to eat, we might just eat on the live stream. I've had that before. A lot of you guys said you didn't care, but I think it's slightly rude, so I'm going to try to stay away from actually doing that. Now let's go ahead and talk about the date for the live stream. Now, there is no specific date for this live stream yet for the SleepLocke. The reason for that is obviously because at the time of recording this, we're only at 490 subscribers. So there is no specific date that we can put on it, because we don't know when we're going to hit 500 subscribers. It could be tomorrow, it could be 3 weeks from now. Literally, we have no idea. But what we need to discuss is the time frame for it. So obviously, if it happens in this month of April before we head off to PAX, it's not going to happen before we leave for PAX. The reason for that is just because that would be so much time draining and excessiveness. And with everything else that I'm doing in preparation for PAX, it would really just boggle down everything else that I need to do for it. So it will obviously, no matter what, happen after we get from PAX. And if you guys don't know, PAX ends basically at the end of April. So coming back from PAX, beginning of May and everything, will most likely be the live stream time for everything if we've hit 500 subscribers by that point, based off our current statistics and projections off of Social Blade and what I can see itself, because Social Blade obviously isn't super accurate most of the time. I think we will hit 500 subscribers probably right around PAX time, and it will be coming back from May's when we'll do it. Now, with that in mind, the most likely date and time we'll have for this is the first Saturday after we hit the 500 subscriber mark. So say we hit 500 subscribers on a Saturday, it's not going to happen that Saturday. It will most likely be the Saturday after that, so we can take time, preparations, get the word out so everyone knows what's going on and everything. And I'll most likely have another podcast talking about it for you guys, so you guys know that it's coming up. And that's what the main idea of it is. Now that we have basically everything out of the way, the only other thing that I really want to talk about concerning the SleepLocke, or aka the 500 subscriber special, is the fact that, well, you guys might be asking, well, you're also a Minecraft channel and you also do Pokemon, so what happens when we get to maybe the 750 subscriber count for that special? Because that will be 500 to 750. 750 would be the next subscriber special that I do before we hit 1K, and then 1K after that would be our next subscriber special. So with that in mind, no, our subscriber specials will not always be Pokemon or Pixelmon related. I'm going to try to have it switch off every time we have a subscriber special or something like that. So obviously the first one that we're doing for 500 subscribers, we're going to have this Pokemon SleepLocke. No big deal, right? We're going to have the Nuzlocke and we're going to do that. Once we hit 750, I'm trying to think, because I don't have an idea of what it is yet, but we're still a whiles away. For 750 subscribers, I want to do a Minecraft type, charity stream or SleepLocke or something. I'm not really sure yet, and we're gonna be live constantly for hours and hours and hours, and it's gonna be the same premise. It's a really long live stream. It's a special to you guys, all of you subscribers and everything, to show my appreciation for subscribing to the channel, and that's what's gonna be. So the idea is, just like when I do my content on my channel, it's gonna be a back and forth system. So we'll have a Pokemon special, then we'll have a Minecraft special, then we'll have a Pokemon special, and that's the way it's going to be overall. The reason that we're starting off with Pokemon is because I feel more related to Pokemon than I do with Minecraft most of the time, and I've always wanted to do a SleepLocke, and I've always wanted to do it with Pokemon, and I feel like for the 500 subscribers special, it's the very first thing, because over the years I've changed my channel a lot. I've changed the theme of it, the niches of it, and what's going around, but one thing that's always been consistent on my channel is me doing Pokemon style content. So I think starting off with a Pokemon style subscriber special is going to be one of the best ways to do this. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today to go ahead and cover. I hope you guys all did enjoy this PokeFind podcast. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on all the 500 subscriber special and everything else down below. Anyways, I'll see you all later, Rockstars, and peace.